Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back, my machine heads, to Meadow Farm Extended. Dun, dun, dun. Life of a Dairyman. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic, awesome, great, as usual. As you guys remember where we left off last time, we left off on plowing our first grass field in. I've decided we're going to do an experiment. We're going to plow this grass field in, but the one across the street over here, well, not really a street, across the path. This one here, we're not going to plow it, and we're going to see which one gets more yield, because I don't think it's going to help us plowing in a grass field. But we're going to continue on this. And we're going to see which one we got. All right, let's go here. Well, I'll use it for a little bit longer. Sorry, will I clear my throat? Let's see. Yeah, we're getting, I don't know how much more yield we're going to get. They say 33%, but I don't know. I usually don't plow in grass fields like I was telling you guys last episode. But we're going to find out. And plus, the other thing is, with the way these fields are, with the borders and everything, unless it was a crop field, it's kind of makes no sense because I'm driving all over the furrows. Oh, my all-time favorite. But, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Realistic Farming Channel, where we use our real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. Wouldn't be an intro unless I had that one posted in there, because I try to say it every video. But that's just part of my intro. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit, trying to keep it as fun. Fun. I want to thank everybody, every single one of you. This series is absolutely taken off, and that's why we are going to continue it, if I can learn how to talk. I had to set my actual, oh, there it goes. Now it doesn't, I don't have to worry about it. I had to set my timer because my sim dashboard, when I first turned it on and then loaded up into the game, it wasn't registering the real clock, or the in-game clock. So I was like, what is going on here? Like I said, I don't know if we're going to get enough of the difference of the yield to make a difference. Well, now that we've already started, we might as well continue. Luckily for us, the field isn't very big. What a absolutely glorious weather day here in my area in real life. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. But yeah, thank you guys all. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, sharing. But, just thank you for having this series take off. So far, it is my best series so far as views, as far as you guys subscribing and liking it. So, keep up the good work and keep up, supporting a little tiny channel like mine. It means the world. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. So then as soon as we get this done plowing, we're going to fertilize it first. And then we're going to probably head back. Well, depending on the time of the day it is. Right now, it's 8:08 in the morning. We're going real time like we promised. This is as real as it's going to get. I think when we get around 9 or so, we'll head back to the house. And we'll have breakfast. And we'll speed ahead a little of an hour to simulate our breakfast. See, the advantage to this little small tractor is you're not going to get the massive horsepower that you would get, for, John Deere, 8R or Fendt 1050, but you're going to be able to go right along, and you're going to be able to move your little stuff right around in the yard, lickety split. I'm really, 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 really like this map, and I'm glad I've played it one more time for the people in the back. Played it a lot off camera. I've never done an official series on it, but I played it off camera myself, the regular Meadow Grove, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Because the fields are small, but they're not, sorry, Rusty Acres small. You know what I mean? It's like Rusty Acres, fantastic map. Love it. I really, really enjoy that map. Very stable map. For those of you who really like small equipment and small fields, this map tends to fit more or less 6-meter equipment, like perfect. And there's more hills. Like I stated in No Man's Land, hills are prevalent. That's not what I was questioning when I was saying, I don't know if you guys ever remember me saying it, but the way that Alien Jib did the map when you're terraforming it, because remember I was doing a couple series ago back. I guess that makes a little sense. I was trying to make the No Man's Land flat. And I had made a comment in there about that in real life, there's usually not that many hills. The hills are like this, though. They're, fields are on the sides of hills and things like that. They're not like mountains, like Alien Jim's was. And that is one of my all-time favorite. He is a genius map maker. But, I had promised myself that this is going to be my channel when I made it. It's going to be as realistic as I could. And in the very beginning, when I first started doing Let's Plays, it was kind of mod driven. I was doing some mod reviews. It's better part of a year ago now. It was, I was all over the place. And then my dream was to make, like I said, a realistic channel. So when it came along and I started doing it, and I've never looked back, Oops, be nice if I raised that. But I want to thank everybody. I've said it twice now, for the likes and the shares and the love that you guys have shown on this series. We're gonna keep going, and eventually. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna continue to go with what you guys like, which is this. And if there's maps that you guys want to see me check out, or maybe even do reviews, just let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you want to see things yourself, if you have any questions, even about Farm Sim. Because even if I don't know about Farm Sim, I know enough people that I can figure it out. I can ask a bunch of questions, and many a times I've asked fellow YouTubers or map makers or mod makers how something works. And so if you have any questions about something, one of the gentlemen was commenting about I forgot to put the link to the map. So I posted that in the 2 videos ago. I think episode 2. There's a link to the map. You can find this over at Simply Safe Mods. What a great little site, though. So we started this field. Now the other thing is, let me get up on this hill and get turned around here. One more little notch there. This section over here, I don't know if I want to leave it that, like this pull in far, because that's a waste of grass. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave like right here to pull in and out, because it's only going to be a grass field. It's not going to be a regular field. So when we're all done plowing this in, why don't we connect, like we'll go up around like this and connect that into the field and then make a legitimate grass field out of it. What do you guys think on that one? And when we're right here, we'll go down this way. We're almost done. But as you can see, so what I was going to say is, like I said, we're a little after 8 o'clock in the morning. We started our day at 6. We started this field last time about 20 minutes into the episode. So I worked on it for about 10 minutes, and now another 30 minutes real time. And I do believe it's not much more than an acre. It's not very big. I don't know if we'll get it done this episode or not. We're certainly going to work at it. A little tuft of grass over there that I missed. Not going to worry about getting that because we're planting grass anyways, right back over the top of it. Now, as you can see, I still had, when I bought stuff in the garage, I don't want to go that way. What I will do in the future when we plow fields is I'm going to do them the right way. This is definitely not the right way. Oh, yeah, to let everybody know, you see how when I'm spinning my camera and I go outward like this? This is the in-cab, it's the camera mode. I can't think of the exact name. I will post a link in the description for everyone. It's on the in-game mod hub. It allows you to do this. You can move your seat forward and backwards, which actually... go up a little bit. Yeah, like that. You can, when you turn, you look out. You can reverse that. So if you're left-handed, you can look out that way. It's one of the mods that I don't think in any Let's Play or any off-camera play, I think I've always had it. I've had it in 17 and I've had it in 19. 15 didn't have all these cool mods. 15 was good in itself, but in 15 you could kind of cheat. You could just do logging, or you could do silage and make so much money. I remember playing it with 15 with my kid when it first came out, and we would just go around and put a front mower on and put a loading wagon on the back and just load up all our stuff and then go to the BGA and literally just do silage non-stop, and we would have so much money by the end of like 2 days. I'm glad they made this a little more realistic as far as silage prices. And the other thing in 15 you can do, FS15, is the logging was crazy amount of money. Like in 17 they started it where you were making like $2,000 or $3,000 per tree, or like $4,000 maybe. I think it was a little bit more. This one you're barely making $2,000 for a tree. So you have to work at it. So they fixed that. So here's what I'm hoping for. This is what I'm hoping for Farming Simulator 22 that's coming out, let's see, less than 40 days now. Because for Fury, it's awesome. It drops on my birthday, which is fantastic. November 22nd, it drops, and I've already got my copy. I've already purchased it. Well, I didn't really purchase it. I had it given to me. We'll get that disclaimer out of the way. I was on a fellow YouTuber's channel, and he was given a giveaway, and I was one of the guys that got picked. So I was excited about that. But I've already got all of the season pass and all that stuff bought ahead of time. That's all paid for and all done. So what I want to do, and this is what I would like to see in FS22. Now, I know they're going to have... That's the third time I've had to clear my throat tonight. The first thing they've already changed. I already had said to bunch of fellow YouTubers and a bunch of my buddies, I wanted seasons to be incorporated. I don't think it should be a mod. I think it should be part of Farm Sim. I really do. They fully support each other, and it's always just something that from going forward, from here on out, I think it should be a matter of that's it. A matter of fact. And so they did that. I'm a little concerned about the time scale because the way they've got it set up is seasons, like the seasons mod in 19 and in 17, you could pick the season length. And me being a real farmer, I want to play 24-day seasons, no less. The only reason I'm doing this one on 6 is because of time constraints. Normally, anybody who knows me and watched any of my series, I always plan 24-day seasons because that's realistic to me. So their seasons come. They answered one of my questions. They fixed it, and that was kind of cool. Let's see, can I get wide enough here? Yeah. Woohoo. So that was the first thing, but like I said, I'm concerned about the time because they say that in order to replicate playing a longer season, like 24 days, you have to put your time at a certain scale and all that stuff. So I don't know how that's going to work for me. I also don't know how it's going to work if you've got a map like this. Even if you were to play, like, we're playing 1x speed, so, you know, let's look at reality. Where are we here? Up here. This field is 2.57 acres. Just under 3 acres. So how would you possibly, 3-day seasons, it'd be middle of winter before you got everything done. So I'm concerned about how that's going to work. Which is fine. I'm sure that they'll walk us through it. I'm sure it'll work out. So, but that was the first thing that they did, which was exciting for me. The other thing I want them to do, which the game's pretty much made now, is a little bit more realism with the animals. I think the way that 17 did it with the no animal limits was a little bit more realistic than the way 19. Now, 19 did it where you can only fit so many animals, like 200 in a cow pen or 500 in a cow pen. And in theory, that makes more sense. But in real life, that's not the way it works. Because there's no limit on a pen, because people just buy more land and they expand onto their fields and they make more of this and make more of that. And unless you're a big commercial dairy farmer, you're not. Most guys don't have thousands and thousands of heads of cattle, anyways, or dairy cows for that matter. 300, 400, 500 would be about normal, anyways. So I think they should put it where your realism goes by how much land, and that's how much animals you can fit in your pen. So I don't know. I'm sure that the genius modders out there will fix that. I'm sure that'll work. Somebody will come up with a way to fix it. I don't know. I've been staying glued, as well as you guys should, to Farmer Klein. He's releasing fact sheets pretty much every day about what's in the game, how it's going to work, and he answers my questions. I think he's got a super connection to Giants, which is great. The other thing, so seasons is one, and they fixed that, and they're going to do that, so that's great. The other one is the animals realism, and the most important thing for me is the scale. As you guys know, I talk about it constantly. I talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. For a video game purposes, that's great. No one really pays attention to the scale. Well, that was a waste of time. Drive up there. We're going to fill this in at the end here. And I know that it's not important to 90% of the public, but it is important to me. When you get inside a tractor, I think you should feel like you're in a tractor. Tractors driving next to cars, they're bigger than cars. Unless you get those you have little tiny tractors. Our Fiat that we had on our farm was tiny, but it was still not smaller than a car. It was still bigger than a car. So, That's exactly what I'm hoping they fix. At least just for, me. But if they don't, I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to put videos out. I will still play it as realistic as I can for me. And just try to have as much fun. But I think for me, I'm going to challenge myself in Fs19 to not bounce around as much. I know for me what happens is you get playing, and then you see this map that comes out, and you drive around on the map, and you go, ooh, piece of candy. You say, oh, that looks great. I want to try that. And so you try it, and then you record a video, and you put it out, and then you do like 3 videos or whatever. I think what I want to work on for my personal growth, we always have New Year's resolutions, so I'm going to have a New Year's resolution for a new game resolution. I'm going to pick a Let's Play, and I'm going to stay with it. And I think if I get to 100 episodes on it, then I can move on to another map and then do 100 episodes. And that way, I can lock everybody in as far as people who want to see that. And a lot of it is just because there's so many great, fantastic modders out there that you just see a new mod and, it's worse than an addiction. I swear, it's like my kids always say to me, the obsession is real. Like as a farmer in real life, you see a new tractor and you want it and you want it and you want it, but it doesn't mean you ever get it. And just like that, everybody, this field's almost done. So it will have taken us pretty close to... Oh, I missed the spot. About 2 hours to do this field when it's all done, as far as plowing. It's about 2 acres. You can go about an acre an hour. So like I said, back talking about what we were talking about 2 episodes ago, about time scales and things like that, real life is... If you had to do like on when I was on Flint Hills, in that one field right off the farm there was let's see, let's make sure I'm getting that perfect. That field right off the farm there is 252 acres. So if you're plowing an acre an hour, I mean at this speed right here, it would take you an acre an hour. It'd be 252 hours just to plow it. Now, granted, you're using a lot bigger equipment, but I don't know. See, I'm not that familiar. I have to be careful because I'm not that familiar with the big commercial farmers. The only thing I can do is answer it as best as what I can. I don't think they're using subsoilers. I think they're using disc plows, and I think they're going at they're using absolutely ginormous disc plows, and they're going at like 10 or 15 miles an hour. And they also have probably 10 tractor, I don't know, 10 is a little exaggerous, but if you watch some of Millennial Farmers maps or videos, they're using 3, 4, 5 tractors every field. So if you've got a 18, 20 meter wide cultivator, then it would be, 4 tractors would get that thing done in a day, probably. But a single person subsoiling it like I am, you guys saw 2.57 acres, a little over, probably by the time I'm, like I said, about an hour and a half total. Let me fix it as far as time goes. So that's about right, a little over an acre an hour. Well, that was Flint Hills. MRG modding is, I always tell people, I'm a big one on giving the kudos to them about what they're good at. But I also have a tendency to tell them what they're bad at, which is a mistake. All right, so we're going to fold this up. And we are done with this field, everyone. We finally did it. Yay! Yay! We finally got it plowed. So now we have to buy a pressure washer for the farm. Now you see I'm driving all over this. This is not the way we're going to do it from now on. Because I want to clean. Look at the dirt wear on that. Fantastic. But anyways, I almost lost my train of thought there. Okay, so I figured it out. On this map, to open the gates on the left side. To close the gate on the right side. All right, everyone, so you know. Where was it? Oh, Flint Hills. MRG Mapping is the one that did that map. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic, fantastic. Realistic mods, realistic map. But there are issues. There's issues, and I've dealt with them. And that's the only negativity we're going to go through. So, where do we want our pressure washer miscellaneous? I'm going to put this one that I always use on every Let's Play. This bad boy. Oh, and all these are Alien Gyms pack. This little mob here, this lizard old pipe washer, was made by Scooter's Workbench. Okay? He took the one that's in the in-game mod hub, because you can get this on the in-game mod hub, but he fixed it where all the textures and all the stuff is right, and it doesn't cost you anything per day. Let's get down here. What do you think of maybe right here? Oh, you know what I have to do? I always forget this, because I do have Global Company installed, and even though I don't use it much, I really don't use it much. That's the truth. Every time I try to do factories, I never get that far. All right, so we're going to face this just like that. And put it back a little bit, like right in here. This thing has quite a range on it. That way, realistically, we can come in that door, that gate there, and wash our stuff off. Because we always sprayed our stuff off before we went put it away. Unless it was winter. There we go. Just love that little Ford. But see, this has got such a good footprint. You can come out here now. Wash this off. And now the plow, aka subsoiler. First of all, I would never wash it like this. It would be unhooked from the tractor, because you wouldn't want to spray all of the hoses and everything. Well, we're going to put this away here soon. See this? I can come all the way out here and it still doesn't disconnect. That's why I love scooters. If you guys get a chance, he's a really good friend of mine. He's one of the moderators over at G&G Modding, but he has his own, it's called Scooter's Workbench. And Scott is just absolutely fantastic. We're going to go in this one. And then we get to wrap it up. Oh, I got a lag jump there. Those Meridian doors. See, in 17, we used to call these corrugated doors, they call them, Meridians. Because the old-fashioned, anybody who's played 17, realized that the Meridian, what do you call those there? The silos? That's how I would wash it. And that is where we are going to leave it. We'll come back next time. And we will start fertilize. Actually, you know what? we can fertilize first. And then we'll go to our breakfast. All right, everyone. We finished up. I'm going to stay right here today, staring at our beautiful tractor. As always, look out for yourselves. Look out for each other. look out for your families. That's important. And please, 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 just enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And I'm really, really super, super excited that you guys like the series. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really do. The way that it's taken off means the world to a guy like myself. You know, thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure you guys are subscribing and hitting the little ding-a-ding bell. I've already said it once, and I'm not going to say it again. And without further ado, Fear Machine is going to be out. I'll catch everybody on the flip side.